Hey guys, Thomas the Silly Jr. here, aka Mustached. I'm here to review, yes, the Emoji movie. So, I have a question before I can even begin. Why is it that every year there seems to be this one bad animated movie that completely shatters this sort of run of good animated movies? And it happens once per year. Last year it was the snow movie with the bear, and now this year it already seems to be the Emoji movie. I don't get it. I don't understand why there seems to be almost this need to have bad animated movies like this. I mean, it's a movie that like nobody asked for, and I don't know. I just don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna do my best to do the recap. So we follow this main emoji in the middle named Jean, who's also the meh emoji. But he's able to express all these other emotions, uh, and that causes the smiling one on the top right corner of me to play the bad guy and want to get rid of him. So he escapes with another emoji named, I believe his name is High Five Emojis, all about the popularity. He was all about wanting to get back at the top because he was like this popular emoji at one point or something. And along their travels of escaping their app, they meet another former emoji who's now a hijacker, but apparently at some point prior was a princess emoji. So she escaped. She became this hijacker emoji, and through their shenanigans, they go through other apps like Candy Crush or Just Dance, and they do a bunch of other stuff like that, while also being chased by these robots. Yeah, this is starting to sound a lot like they copied the formula of the Lego movie with a lot less of the emotion of it. Uh, and once in a blue moon, we cut back to the humans. This human named Alex, who's trying to get this one girl, I believe her name was like Annie or something, to recognize him. And all the meanwhile, he thinks his phone is going haywire because the main emoji is going through all the different apps and it's causing all these different things to happen. So they go through all the stuff, and there's just some weird choices in this movie. Just to give some examples, there's this scene where the hacker girl is all like, "Oh, this thing is a myth about princesses," and then it ends up being like, "Oh, but she can do that." I don't know. Then there was like, "Oh, the guy is always trying to steal the girl's idea or something like that." It's like, is this was this movie even written in this year, or in was this movie meant to like take place in this year? Because it feels like they tried to, like the way this movie is presented, it feels like they tried to place this movie with emojis, but have it take place like back before emojis were even a thing. That's what what this movie feels like. With the way the dialogue is written and having all these inconsistencies between um, that, and the girl ends up like falling in love with him and he ends up falling in love with her, uh, and it essentially takes this one dance scene to get that accomplished. Other than that, there's like these stupid, like, oh, because it's this emoji they're gonna say this obvious thing. That happens quite a few times throughout the movie as well. Uh, and before the phone can apparently get all deleted, because that ends up being the case where the kid's at the store, the main emoji uses his power, I guess, to do the different emojis, and then that causes him to take the phone out, which somehow makes all the other apps come back. And I'm pretty sure that's not how phones work. Once you delete something, it's essentially gone. So, magic, I guess? I don't know. I really don't know what the whole ending of that was. There's a whole bunch of other nonsense in there. Um, and I don't know. I don't know what Sony was thinking. It is almost it's a head scratcher, is what it is. I don't understand what they were trying to accomplish with this. I don't know. It's just it's not a movie worth watching. And I'm pretty sure if you've seen any of the reviews, they'll pretty much almost all give the same consensus as that. I mean, if the scores on this, which is something I don't usually mention that often, but if they're any indication, I don't even know if this movie even made a lot of money at all. It seems like only like a few critics went to see this, and maybe a few other people who might have been interested for whatever reason, and then they were like, "Oh, this is the movie, really?" I don't know. It is just from the very concept itself. It seemed very odd, and it seems even more odd with the ending. On top of that, because you would think with the main character being this emoji that can express all these other expressions, what point would there be to having the other expressions? I don't understand. Um, I don't know. It's so weird. But whatever. At the very least, it's out of the way. We can say they tried, I guess. You know, I'd give this movie essentially the same score as I think this is the same score. I think it was a 1 out of 10, and I would essentially agree to that. It's a 1 out of 10. Um, I mean, I suppose that 1 point would count towards animation, because at the very least I can say, yeah, it's animated well enough for what it's trying to do, whatever that may be. So, at least there's that. But other than that, there's nothing really here. Everything else is either borrowed or it doesn't even make any sense, logically speaking. Um, so, yeah, whatever. So that is my review of the Emoji Movie. So with that being said, if you enjoyed this review, then please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, everyone, bye!